Hello, everybody. How are we doing today? Hope we're doing good today. So we're gonna do a little, gonna do something. Start our farm sim today. So what I decided to do, hang on a second. Move this over to that. There we go. So I've been adjusting several things on here. There it goes. Now it's showing. Alright. Alright, so what we're going to do, if I can get my cursor to work right, there we go. Alright. So we're going to start. I've been playing Farm Simulator, and if you saw in my Discord, you might have an opportunity to get partnered on Farm Sim. So, some things we gotta do, things I have to do. And so, what we're going to do is we are going to, I'm going to kind of go through this a little bit. Just kind of give you a quick rundown, and then we'll start as farm from square one. So, for whatever reason, it's not filling the screen. Why? Why? So let me adjust this just a little bit. Advanced. There it is. 16 by 10. Sometimes it takes a second for it to get back. Now let's see if that fills the screen a little better. Getting there. So let's go with this. This is kind of the process I do on my. Boom. Yeah, that should look better. And it should have the screen filled. And it does. Okay. So I'm actually gonna have to back it off, it looks like, because it's not quite. There we go. I've got a widescreen monitor, so it's when I put it to full. Come on. There we go. All right. Yes. Yes. How many times I gotta say yes? All right. Yeah, get you a little bit better. All right. So when you get the game, you download it. Then when you first got it, you got here. So now you gotta choose career. So on this point, you can choose. I already have one saved, but you get 3 empty slots or more. So you can have multiple. That way you can do different things. Come back. It's like I want to go chop wood, so you just go to that side. Or I want to have my cattle, or I want to have crops, or I want to do this. So you can do different things. It's not what I wanted. Apparently it has a mind of its own today. Alright, come on. We'll let this load. And then we'll go back to the main screen because I did not want to load. I kind of want to show you guys just a little bit about the on-screen part. Come on. Loady. There we go. Come on. It had to think a minute. Well, I didn't get transcoding today, but that's all right. Maybe it'll change. Come on. Well, it's a little slow loading up. I apologize for that. What's running in the... Oh, that's why. There we go. Now I know why it was slowing down, because I have it linked so that it backs up to the cloud on my saves. That way, so if something happens on the computer, I've always got to save out there in the cloud. That's why I was trying to load it. Trying to load the game and save at the same time. It's like, oh, that's not what I want. Alright. So I want to here. Game. Yes. Okay, let's go back. Alright, so anyway, so that's that. So you can go here, pick an empty slot, and we'll do that here in a minute. This is a multiplayer game. There is multiplayer available. And yeah. Well, that was unexpected. What happened there? Hello. Giant software. Alright, so there's multiplayer. So you can join a game, you can create a game, or you can run a dedicated server. Downloadable content. This is kind of cool because it gives you different things that you can, aspects that through the company that you can do. So one of the things I did do is I went here and I went to GPS steering. So this allows you to, and you'll see it when we start, kind of helps you with your rows when you're doing rows and stuff. So, but there's a multitude, and I do mean a multitude of mods out there already, which is kind of cool. You have an achievement. You can scroll through and say, okay, what have I done? So, you know, I've got, sure, I can take care of that neighbor, help me to help you, help helper does not stop ever. Yeah, I mean, so you get this kind of some cool achievements. Yep. Then of course you saw the options and then credits and then quit. So let's go create a career. We're going to start with an empty slot. Here. We're going to click continue. All right, so we have to pick one. So if you're just starting, you've never ever played this game before, I recommend using this New Farmer. It's an easy mode. It doesn't take very long, but it does walk you through a few things so that you can check it out. Hey, you know, I mean, kind of gives you the basics. Then if you, once you're comfortable with that, then you move up to Farm Manager, then you can go start from scratch. I am doing the medium. Standard setting for getting started. You don't own any land, but you have some substantial funds ready for spending. The economy is stable, grain prices are decent, and gameplay elements are on the standard settings. We're going to click continue. Now, we have 3 maps we can choose from. Elm Creek, Oats Field, which I'm guessing must be like Netherlands or some, I mean, or maybe even the Mediterranean, given by the looks of the buildings. And then the Erlangrot, which is a mountainous region. We're just going to stick with Elm Creek for now. And we'll do another stream. So, okay. I don't know. Oh, space tastes like duck. Alright, I want you to get one started. Alright. So now it's going to load up. And then we're gonna pick a farm. You know, we gotta pick a place to start farming, buy equipment, figure out what we want to do. Because I'm telling you guys, there is such a wide range of what you can do. Now I've already got a character created. This is me. But you can change it to whatever you want. You can see all the different choices. You can pick, you know, your character, hair, beard, mustache, clothes. I mean, it's insane. You can make it anything you want. Alright, so we start here. Alright, hang on a second here. I need to fix something here. Give me just a second here. Me and my toolbar are not getting along. So, I think that will take care of it because I can always come back. Oh yeah, much better. Now I don't have to worry about popping. Okay. So we have $1.5 million. We're rich, baby. We're rich. Okay. So the first thing we need to do is we need to figure out where we want to farm and what kind of farming we want to do. So let's take a look at that first. So what kind of farming do you want? So go to P. Okay, so P is for purchase. So this is where you can find all your tractors, your combines, your loaders, your cars, trailers, plows, cultivators. I mean, you name it. Every piece of equipment, you get everything up. Even plows for doing, like, you want to plow snow. Different size for your fertilizers and your seeds. You can even buy bales of hay. All right, so here's what I want to talk about. So packs. So here's what you're like. Okay, what do I want to farm? Do I want to farm grain? Do I want to farm grapes, olives, potatoes, sugar beets, cotton? Okay, so and grass. Now grass, mind you, that's for, like, you know, hay, silage, things like that. Forage, that's for we'll go through these. So grain. So you just double click and it'll tell you, okay, here's what you this is the basic setup of equipment you need to farm and harvest grain. So you got your tractor, which here it tells you you can modify it when you get it to tell what size you want. You can go all the way up to 150 horsepower engine. Your combine, this particular combine will tell you what you can harvest, which is all grains. Your headers. Now the headers, so while this may have, well, this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so it's got wheat, barley, canola, sunflower, soybean, corn. The header is the part that you gotta be more concerned with also, because it will only harvest certain things. So if you notice, this one doesn't harvest corn and sunflower. So there is an actual header for that. Trailer, hit or miss whether or not you want the trailer to haul the header. This trailer, I do not recommend. It's a pain to pull anywhere and back up and stuff. That's just me personally. But if you'll see down here, it'll tell you, okay, this trailer can haul all this product, which is a wide assortment. This is your cultivator for cultivating after you've harvested. This is your seed. This is telling you what type of crops it needs. Now you notice there's two things missing: sunflower, corn, totally different seeder for that. And then of course you have a counterweight. Counterweight goes on the front of the tractor because you got to have some kind of weight to counteract the weight of the equipment that you're using, whether it's a seeder, a cultivator, a trailer. You got to have something offset it, or you're gonna pop a wheelie. And then of course you need seed, the all important seed. All right, so that's grain. So grapes takes a totally different setup. So you got a tractor. You notice it's a lower horsepower. You got a totally different cultivator because you're dealing with grapes. This is the header for that. This is what actually takes the grapes off the vine. You got to have a sprayer. It takes spray to fertilize. You got a specific trailer to haul grapes in. You have a specific tool for crushed crop stubbles. You have a specific tool for your subsoil. So it's kind of cool how they've set this up so that depending on what you want to choose, it'll give you a basic setup. Okay, so for olives, okay, so I need this type of combine. Okay, and you notice it's already got the attachment on it. Hence the reason 306,000. Yeah, that's a lot of money. The sprayer, it's just for afterwards, your trailer, and then your subsoil. Prepares the field for next sowing. Can be used instead of a plow. So that's the different crops. So let's move along to forage. Forage, you got to have, you have a tractor, you notice it's a little bit more horsepower. You have a front end loader attachment. This is your bale spike. This is your Forage Mix Wagon for blend silage, hay, mineral, feed, and straw into total mix ratio, or TMR, that can be fed to cows. So if you've got a cattle farm, this is the equipment you're going to need to do that so you can feed your cows. And then you got to have mineral feed, ground bay hay, ground bay silage. Now, these you can buy or you can produce yourself. Animals, let's take a look at it. So we've got your tractor again, then you got a semi because you got to have something to pull a cattle trailer. Again, this is for your seeds, your feeds. This is for a small, hold 2 animals. This is a much larger one. Obviously the semi works for it. It tells you exactly what it'll hold. It'll hold 12 cows, 36 pigs, and 38 sheep. This is your transport liquids. Then you have wheat, oats, pig food. That's your feed. Wood. You can actually log and produce wood, and then get a factory to produce furniture and such. And sell it. So you got a tractor. Again, you notice we're a lot higher horsepower now. This is transporting logs. This is mulchers, can be used to remove tree stumps and brush. Then your counterweight, and then of course your chainsaw. Again, this is a basic. All right. Let's say you want to do wood chips. Same thing. You got a tractor with a higher horsepower. You got a trailer. You notice that this also carries like manure, salt for snow removal, lime. Then you have this is the machine to cut down trees. Then you got to have something to, break trunks into wood chips. And the wood chips you can sell. A poplar. Same thing. So it's really great that they've set this up. You can even do transport. It's for transport and stuff. They've got packs already set up. And like I told you, you can do snow plowing. So we've got a tractor. We got snow plow, and then we got a box to hook on for salt. So once we decide, okay, what do we want? Always check this periodically because you can find stuff like, oh, okay, so hey, it's planter type seeds. All right, so what kind of seeds is it? Oh, look, it plants the others that it didn't have. This plants corn, sunflower, soybean, sugar beets, and cotton. So this seeder allows you to plant these 5 different types of seeds. This is the Forage Mix Wagon. It blends silage, hay, mineral feed, straw into total mix ratio. You can get it for 50%, 57% off. Now, these are used equipment. A lot of farmers do this. It'll tell you exactly when you click on it how many hours have been ran on this vehicle, what the horsepower is of the vehicle. This is variable CVT, so in other words, it shifts. It tells you how much fuel it'll hold, how fast it'll go, how much in cubic metric that it will hold, how much tonnage, how old it is in months, and then everything that this will haul, produce, cut, feed, seed, whatever. So you can find some good deals, especially, comes in handy when you're trying to start out. It doesn't hurt to buy used. If it's in the thing, like stone picker, see now, like that right there, used to remove stones in the field. That's when you're doing crops. Whenever after you've cultivated or plowed, this allows you to pick stones out of the field, which increases your yield by some. And yield is everything. All right, so now we're gonna go back to this. You got a garage. This tells you everything you own, which right now we own silage. Anything you've leased, I don't recommend leasing, but you can. Now here we can go to the animal dealer, we can go to wardrobe, we can go to construction, we can go to farmland. So right now we're going to go to farmland because, hey, we got to figure out what we're going to do. So there's multiple things here, and you can see it's a pretty large map. Jerome Creek, you've got, it starts at 1 in the upper left-hand corner, goes all the way to 82 down here in the bottom right corner, and everything in between. So you've got to decide on, okay, how much or how little you want to start. There are certain areas if you start out, like I said, if you're new, I recommend starting out with the easy one. It will start you out right here, and it'll give you these 3 fields in this area that already has a barn, a shed. So it gives you this is pretty much a starter. And if you notice right here, it says value $156,264. That's for those 3. Another starter is down here. This one's a little bit more, but it also has more buildings on it. It's 244,800. Nice thing about this one is you're close to a train stop. Nice one about this one, you're right across the street from the gas station. You're right down the street from the dealership that sells and repairs equipment. Some of the things over here, there's a lot of milk, things, different productions that you can buy. Same thing here. This area here is a lot of production areas. Here, this is another one. This one actually is 243,936. It comes with 4 small fields and a lot more building and a lot more space. So you kind of have to decide, what do you want to do? And you got production here too. So, like, where do you want to start? Well, again, it depends on what you want to do. This area here, it comes with these 3 fields, and then the next set of fields come in groups. This 3, 225. These 3, 319. And then this one. And then if you notice, the blue is covering areas that do not have any fields. Got trees and stuff. This stuff here you can utilize for putting like animal pens, honey, or not honey, beehives, anything, silos, whatever you want to put. So you have a lot of potential for growth in this area. Up here, you notice the blocks get more singular. Now this one does come with some, comes with a decent sized field and areas to work on. And you always look down here, it'll tell you what your balance is of what you have and what the property costs. Back up here, there is some other groups here. There's 3 here. 3 here, if you notice, there's a lot of trees and 3 fields. So, and you got buildings. This one here comes with these 3 plus buildings. You notice there's more wooded areas, hills, lots of potential here for maybe they wanted to use for trees. and you wanted to cut these down and make into bigger fields, you can. This one here comes with a lot of trees. This comes with a lot of highway frontage. This comes up with buildings. Up here on the hill, across the road is your field. This comes with these here. So you can tell when you're doing these. Okay, what is it? You know, what does a group look like? These three are grouped with here. Those four are grouped. These two are grouped with this open field and this open field. And then this one. And this here is a market. There's also your animal dealership. This here is the farmer's market. This here is the animal dealership. So maybe you want to have for a cattle farm or something of this nature. This here, because it gives you such these open fields, it allows you to, you know, maybe you want to do that. And if you notice, the cost is substantially higher up here. Now this group's not, but this group to get started on that's $500,000. So maybe that's not the one you want. I mean, there's all kinds of things. So this here, don't know if I want it or not. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna do this. All right, so not sure what it looks like, what the layout is. Let's go take a look, shall we? We're gonna go here. Actually, we'll go here. And we're gonna go up here. We're going to go to cars. Now, there's all kinds of different vehicles you can get. You can get from, you know, your farm. We always call them, around here we call them mules, but you know, it's whatever you want to call it. Your little four-wheel drive, four-wheelers. The small pickup to the larger pickup. Again, you got to watch this right here because you have, you know, everything costs money. But we want to be able to haul stuff too, so I'm going to go ahead and we're just going to go ahead and buy. I'm just going to buy a little pickup. You double click. There you go. And you can haul a little bit of stuff in that, you know. You can pull a trailer with it. It tells you how much, 120 liters. It says right here with 200 horsepower, manual shift, goes 34 miles an hour, 1.8 tons, and terrain contact HT. All right, that's the tires. So we can actually pick our color. So let's go with, we'll go with the main color of black. And for the rims, I don't know, what do you think? Red? Ooh, no. No. A little better. And granted, when you start customizing your vehicles, it does cost a little bit. Now, the license plate, this is kind of cool. So, I'm going to put it here. MTR. So I am Dark Stormtrooper. No, that's okay. Now the tires, you can change them to, this is a different standard tire. If you notice the rims are changing. So there's 3 different settings for this because it's not changing the width of the tire or anything. I just leave it like it is. Now you can lease it. I don't recommend it, but you can lease a vehicle. We're gonna buy it. Oop. Yes. Oop. And it's, you can fetch your purchase at the shop. Okay, so we want to fetch it. All you gotta do is hit the tab button. The tab button will always take you to the vehicle. Snatchy, snatchy. All right, so we're gonna take a trip, and we're just gonna go look at some of these things. So I'll go here first because, again, if you start out in the easy mode, the first, it automatically, I mean, you've already got a property, you've already got, you know, you've got 3 fields, you've got a house, you've got a barn. Ooh, boy, this thing does get up and go. Okay, so this is one of the fields you get. So the easy one, in easy mode, when you start out for your very first time, this is the property you get, which is here right here. Except there's silos by this other field, but this is, I mean, there's a house here in the easy mode. So, you know, it's got a place, it's got 3 small fields. You put your house right here. You've got a barn or a shop here. You got another field here. You got another shop building back there. Right here where the truck's sitting now is where the silo would be. And then you have this barn. So again, this is this one right here. We'll go back to our farmland. Okay, so we are right here. This little plot right here. Okay, so maybe that's for you. Maybe that's where you want to start. If you notice, it's only 156,264, which allows you to buy extra fields around it. Like maybe you want to buy this one. Okay, that's another 140,000. You get all of this. So you've got some, which includes there's a house on it. So if you buy this and this, then you already have a house. You don't have to build a house over here. But it allows you to put buildings, maybe animal pens, whatever you want. These right here come in single lots here, and these do as well. So that gives you that. You notice the prices are they're all about the same, around 100,000. Now these fields a little bit lower. These three here, this one's 140. That one's back in 91, 140, 180, 118. So, you could eventually buy this whole block. And this whole block, it's limitless, which is what I really love about this game. The possibilities are limitless on what you want to do. All right, so that's the first one. So let's go down. There was another group down here. So we're going to head down here and check out the lay of land here. See what's around it, because there's some, looks like maybe some silos and stuff here. There's a rail coming off, so that tells me that's probably silos for grain and stuff where I can load stuff on trains. There's also some production here. I do know, I'm not sure what this is, but I want to check it out. So we're going to do this, and actually we're going to go back. I'm going to go up here, so I want to go here. We're just going to go to this area, so I'm going to hit, what is this? Oh, South Valley Biomass Energy. So this is the biomass. Biomass Energy. Grain West Silo. West Silo. We're in a train. Goldcrest Valley. Okay, so it is a train station with silos and stuff. Looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 buildings, maybe. So I think we'll take a trip down there. Go see what it is. If you guys got questions, don't be afraid. Say something in chat. If I don't know the answer, we'll find the answer, man. We have go easy on the corners, I guess. I never said I was a good driver. I don't have a steering wheel, so I'm using the old trusty, WS-80 keys, my mouse. Enjoy nature. Alright, so looks like we got a little town area here. Some of the community folks. And I almost got ran over. Yeah, you can turn those off, by the way, because they will run you over. They won't hesitate. Alright, so the first thing is you're going to notice here, dairy right there. You got ready Ford Park. It's a baseball park. Woo! And watch baseball games. So we have potential for dairy production. Oh, tire center. More houses. A little farm. So here's the GW West. All right. Gives you a place for loading and unloading. Got silos. So this is, you know, trains go right through there. All right, so we're close to a train. Close to. Oops, sorry about that. County will take care of that. All right, so we got a biomass production plant. You notice we got fields right there. We got corn, which, you know, corn would be good for biomass, bioenergy. All right, so we're coming up to it right here. All right, so this right here. Put it in here. So we've got. This one comes on a 4 acre, or 4 plots. But, I mean, look at the buildings. We've got large silos here. Let's get out and look around. Alright, so we got 3 silos right there. We got a big shop building right here. This is Ravenwood Farm. A nice little farmhouse. Nice barn. Nice hedgerow. Can't go any further because we're at the bottom. So apparently this is the end of the map. So I got a big building out here. And the door here. Big storage building. Got this big parking, gravel parking here. And here's field 67, which it has potatoes. This is oats. Now keep in mind the property you buy has already got fields planted and growing, so it never hurts to take a look and see what actually is already growing, because that may determine what you need to purchase, whether depending on what you want to do. Alright, so this is 64 and 65. We got sorghum. 65. Then the next field right up here we have soybeans. So we got soybean, sorghum. So we got 3 grains and 1 potato. So the potato takes a specific set of equipment to plant it, harvest it, and everything. Oh, good place for the pickup truck. And so that's this place. So it is 242,936. So we already got these 3 big buildings here. We got 3 here, got that and that. Of course, I don't remember seeing 3. I don't remember seeing the 1. Yeah, I remember seeing 3. Yeah, I only see 1, so there's enough room for 2 more buildings right here. Okay. Maybe some greenhouses. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, so this has potential. It's a possibility. Yeah. And there's plenty of, plenty of room to grow a set of fields. Then you can also, there's east fields you can purchase too. And there's another set of silos here. This is another grain. When you're selling grains. So, yeah, this is feeding grain south. Okay, so over here was the biomass. Over here is grain west. Silo. Here's feeding grain south. Now, if you're going to have greenhouses and livestock, you've got to have a water source. And you either got to haul it in or pump it in. Nice little lake there. And we got another production place right here. This is for woodworking. So, okay, so now we know where, okay, if we decide to do that and process trees for wood, then we know where we can take it. All right, so now we're getting over here to 81, 80, all those. Pretty decent field. We've also got a train station with more silos. All right, let's go back in here and take a look at this place. You know, we got to decide what we want to do and what's going to be the best. So this is Evergreen Farm. We're just going to drive through the bushes. No one lives here. It's for sale. So we got a little bit older farmhouse. Got an older shed. Little carport for the pick 'em up truck. Oh, now this is promising. Boy, you put a lot of equipment in here. Hay, bales. Oh yeah. And then this is field 81. What do we got planted? We have sugar beets. Again, sugar beets, just like potatoes, it takes specific equipment to farm it. Oh, what do we got over here? Jump. Ooh. Hello. Another little house. Farms. Ah. Don't know if this comes with it or not, but it has potential. Silos. Or a silo. Alright, so I think when I looked at that, it said it came with two. Oh, that's just cute. Huh. That's just cute. Oh, collect. Right on. I just found a collectible. There are 9 more pigs to be found. That's awesome. Huh. So we just all learned something together. There's collectibles. Alright, see the X? That means we can't go any further than this. They'd be like, can't drive back in here. That's as far as you can go. Okay, so we get this building, I'm assuming. What's the X? We might get this one. Maybe. I'm not sure. Be prepared to stop. Only you can prevent forest fire. Yes, I'm old enough to remember those. See, now it's got me. I love collecting stuff because, I mean, that's something when I'm in gaming, it's like, oh, there's what? There's stuff you got to collect for what? Oh, cheap stuff. Yep, I'll count me in. Because I go on a hunting for them all. Okay, so we can go up here. Oh, I doubt we can go in. A lot of the buildings like this, the house and stuff, you actually don't go in. But I have to say, it kind of gives it, they kind of give it a 3-dimensional look. Like, that's a bathroom. That looks like, just like a little sitting area, you know? Here's the living room. That'd be the kitchen. Oh. And there's a water tower. So, I wonder if you can act. This is something I'm going to have to check into. Oh, look, a collectible. I wonder if you can access this. I'm going to have to look into that. Because, man, that's a great water source. You know, for having livestock. Let's see. Looks like there's another possible building back here. That's a big building too. This would be great for storing equipment. Oh yeah. No, we can't go any further. To the red X, we're done. Okay. So let's hit tab button, put me right back in a pickup. Okay, so this property. Let's see how much it's worth again. Oh, we're not there. We're over here. Alright, so this comes with field 81, 80, and 80, 81, 82. This one's 244,800. So you get these two buildings, house, and these buildings. There is a water tower close by, which could possibly mean that we have a water source. There's this here. We can put different things on. Here gives us an area to put some stuff like greenhouses or things. Here we can do whatever we wanted to. And then these come in lots too. So you got these three now. Granted, it's 225,000. Again, it gives you more open space for, you know, pigs or chickens or whatever. That one's 300. That one's 400. That gives you the big lot there. And it doesn't include that building that we were just at, so it doesn't. That's a shame. That's a nice big building. But we have lots of room to put buildings. More expensive, but you know. So we got those three. That's 225. This is 244. So you're looking at 470, almost 500,000. Buy this whole side corner. All right. Let's see. I know I don't want to get up into here. It's a lot tighter, a lot smaller fields, a lot less area to work with here. That one's the same. This one comes with that. So we got to make a choice. So zoom out. So we've got this corner here that has some decent buildings on it, room for more buildings. It's 243,000. Now, the potential to add more again is still there. It's only 149,000 for those three lots. So that gives you 7 fields. And these are pretty decent sized fields. Those are smaller. Then that group is 244. But that adds that. Now there is some room for buildings. You got biomass, you got silos, you've got dairy. And then we found woodworking right up in here. Those are pretty expensive fields because they're a lot larger. Okay, so we got that one. We'll call that one number 1. We got this one, which again, close to water. We got open areas. Immediately start putting up some sort of livestock. We only have 3 little fields. It's a lot more for that. So we're still looking at 500,000 for this. Here, we're not looking at as much. So that's, well, yeah, no, we're still looking at about the same because that's 2, 3, 8. So we're looking at 400. So it's about 100,000 less. But we don't have as much. We just have this lot here that we can put some buildings on here. Already has a house though and stuff. So 400,000 for this. Number 1. For number 2, we're looking at 500,000 to get this whole side. Number 3, we're looking at 56. So there's 290, 340. So we'll call that 390, 450. So we're looking at median. So we got 450, 500. Let's see. What to do, what to do. Choices. Choices, choices. Okay, so if we do buy these two, this next set's 300,000. This next, that's 400,000. That could weigh on that. So this here, we bought that. That would leave this section, which is 244. That one's 410. So that's another 6 for that section. These, that does. Yeah, that's 225. I put this right around all this here. Those are individual. This here comes with this. Get those. These are all individual. I think as far as purchase wise, that's 200. See, now that, so we could actually do this, this, and this. So we got 244, 5, so for 7. See, and then again, we're getting, that gives us this whole corner next to the train tracks. That has some potential. This one. $400,000 just right out of the gate, just for that part. That's $500,000. Yeah, that's, yeah, no. There are these. So that, but that's, I mean, we're talking almost 600,000 just for that lot. Again, that's, see, these are, for whatever reason, these are a lot higher sections. Choices, choices, choices. What do you guys think? I'm thinking, I mean, cost on those, I mean, granted, you're getting a lot of land right there. Just 2, 6, 5, 7. That one's 5. That one's really high. Choices. That's funny that it gives you everything around the woodworking area there. Choices. So that would give us 6 fields. This would give us 7 fields, but these 4 are small. These are all small except for number 77. And this one, see, this got the same thing. It's 400 for that, 244 for that. So this one's a lot larger, but you get all that across the street. So this is 400, 600, that, and these fields are out high dollar. 4, 225, 319. Yeah, I hate that these are individual. I wish they had them like in groups. Because each one of the lots are just like, the prices are like, whew, all over the place. So when it comes in the set there. But we gotta have a base of operation. So the only ones that I have to see that there's this one, this one, this one. I'm not really too keen on this little one here. Or this one here. This one's just outrageous. I mean, it's, yeah, that would blow our budget all to pieces. Oh wow, I didn't know you could buy that section. So this section here, Oh, that's the house. So you got to buy this and that to get the house. That's just not right. I'm sorry. 400,000. Yeah, a million. That's because your river main. Yeah. No. All right. So basically, we got these three choices. This one. This one. This one. Okay. I think what we're gonna do, we're gonna buy these two. There's already crops, which is a plus. All right, so we're just gonna pull the trigger. All right, we now own that. That brings us down to 1.2 million. We're gonna buy this. That brings us down to 1 million. You gotta remember, we got operating costs. So that's 300,000. 429. That's 267. I think I'll wait on that. So, all right. So we now own this. This is our humble abode. So why can't we access any of this? Does that mean I have to build? Hope not. Really hoping the house came with it. Road closed to 3 traffic. All right, so we got just a little bit over a minute. Okay, so now let's take stock of what's in the fields. All right, so we own 80, 81. It's we owe. All right, so this is sugar beets. Again, sugar beets take specific. Right. Ooh, corn. Okay. Oh, it's a 53% yield. We have an empty field. Oh. I think it said it was ready too. You own fertilizer. Fertilized. So it's ready to plant. We have wheat with a plus 88% yield, 100% fertilized. We own potatoes. Not sure how I feel about the potatoes. Then we own a monster field of oat with a 23%. Yeah, so the potatoes take a specific. So let's look at that. So let's go back up here to the pack, or to the. Here we go. All right, so potatoes. Notice, so potatoes, you gotta have this to seed the crops. You gotta have this, dig potatoes out of the ground. All right, cultivate yourself and seed. Okay, that's normal. But the main thing is you gotta have this and this. This is to plant them. This is to get them out of the ground. All right. So that's specific to potatoes and potatoes only. Potatoes. Okay. Sugar beets. Sugar beets, you got to have this one. Before sugar beets can be harvested, the foliage needs to be cut with a Holland or a Holland topper. So you got to have this to cut the tops off. Now I think the tops, I think those you can sell for silage or stuff. I'm not sure. We'll look at that here in just minutes. But you still got to have this piece of equipment to cut the tops off. Then you got to have this piece of equipment to harvest. This digs the sugar beets out of the ground. Note, you gotta have the topper. Excuse me. All right, now we get over here. There's a special type of seeders used for crops like maize, sunflower, soybeans. Wheel weights of the tractor are recommended for use. All right, so we have to have. So you got corn, sunflower, soybean, sugar beets, cotton. So we're gonna have to have a corn seeder, because we got a cornfield, and we definitely want to maybe keep doing corn. Or sunflower, but we can also say soybeans, sugar beets, and cotton. All right, so again, that's another piece of equipment. Additional tank to increase the capacity of your tools. This goes along with this. And then of course you gotta have seed, which, you know, you got crops, you're gonna have to have seeds. So you're gonna have this, and again, we're dealing with sugar beets. This, and that. All right. So now, potatoes very specific. This one, however, the seeder works in our favor if we want to do corn, sunflower, soybean, sugar beets, or cotton. Cotton's another commodity. Now that in itself, let's look at that. Look at the detail. All right. So there's your seeder. Let's go back. Now cotton. What do we gotta have for cotton? Well, cotton, you gotta have a specific type of equipment that harvests it, just like you do with sugar beets. You gotta have a trailer for the bales. Plant type seeder. Okay, so now this we don't have to worry about, because if we got the other one or this one, you know, either one, just have to look at the prices. Okay, so this one does this fuck, so it does the same. All right, so that's it. Boop, boop, boop. All right, so that's 485,000. That's a lot for cotton. But maybe we don't want to do cotton. So let's go back and let's go here. Alright, so if you look, now I've been going to the fields, but now I want to show you this. So here is you go wheat, barley, canola, oat, corn, sunflower, and you can see it so forth. It goes all the way down. This is crop type 1. Crop type 2 is grass and oilseed radish. This shows growth, soil composition, hot spots. So let's go back here. So we know 77 is brown, it's oats. 78 is a light reddish brown. 78 is a darker brown, that's barley. But I don't remember that saying barley. I thought it said something else. This says barley. That's potatoes. Interesting. Oh, there we go. Okay, so there's variants in brown. Sorry, my bad. Okay, potatoes. 79 is corn. 80 is 80 is corn. 79 wheat. 81 we know is sugar beets. All right, so let's go over here. So this tells you when to plant, when to harvest. This is under the crop calendar. So we're gonna take a look, see. All right, so we got for wheat, let's say, because we got one field of wheat. Right now is the harvesting time, July and August. Planting is right after that, September, October. Barley, canola. Oh, okay, oats. It's harvest time. Now we don't plant until March. So that's a long time between planting. And there's really nothing that could be planted and harvested in between on that field if you kept that one field at oats. Unless you did, like, maybe, let's say, grass. Maybe you want to plant some grass and turn it into hay. Now that you could do, because oats ends, harvesting ends in there. Okay, so September. We'll go down here to grass. If you notice, you can plant grass September, October, November, and it can be harvested. So we could actually potentially do grass to grow for hay and bale hay. Sunflowers. You can do October to there. All right, I'm looking for sugar beets. All right, so sugar beets. So sugar beets you harvest in October and November, and you plant in March and April. So you got the growth period between here. So you've got December, January, February. Yeah, we wouldn't be able to, yeah, because you can't plug out. So you wouldn't have anything. So you got 3 months there that nothing is in the field. Then you can go over here. Let's look at prices. All right, so like right now, wheat looks like 566 at Goldcrest Valley is the highest right now. But let's look at the fluctuation. All right, so the greens, obviously, this is what you're aiming for, not the reds. So according to the seasonal fluctuations, the price is the highest in January and is the lowest in August. So go back here on wheat. We're harvesting right now in August. So we potentially have to hang on to that for January to get the optimum price on that. And we've got an oat field. Same thing. Highest potential sell point is in January. Excuse me. There was one field that was sorghum. January. Corn. January does a big. So January or corn has two big peaks. July and an even bigger spike in January. It has the lowest drop in November. So yeah, so that does on that. Sugar beets. Let's look at that. All right, so sugar beets pretty much is a steady January. So everything has a high deal now. Here, okay, sugar being cut. I'm guessing that's the tops you can sell. January. So off sugar beet, you get two different products. That's yeah. That has some potential. Because not only you get the sugar beet, you're getting the sugar beet cut. You can sell it. All right, so we don't have any cattle yet. So yeah. So it looks like I think what we want to do. Let's go back to our buying. All right, so grains. So the tractor. So what tractor is it suggest? 150 horsepower. 280. Okay, so this 280 will still satisfy everything else, but it's not less, it's more, so it's 200,000. It's always good to have pen and paper too, because again, we only got 1 million, and you may say, "Ooh, that's a lot." No, it's not. Trust me. Trust me, it's not a lot. All right, so we got 199.5. We gotta have the topper. It's 24.5. The harvester itself, which is 98.5. All right, so we're gonna just step past the cultivator for a moment. Cultivators are cultivators, and I'll show you what I'm talking about here in a minute on that. All right, so now we gotta have a specific seeder to plant these type of crops. So I'm just gonna make a note of corn. We want corn, beet, and grain. That's what we're looking for seeders. And then seed. Okay. So that's the two. So we're gonna go back. So the grain, we gotta have a grain harvester. So we're gonna get and harvester. So now for grain and corn, we need a regular harvester because the other harvester is specific for beets, sugar beets. All right, so we gotta have a grain harvester. So it's saying 129.5. We gotta have the grain harvester, but we also have to have a corn harvester as well. We'll take a look at that here. We need a trailer. We know that. And again, I do not like that Welger trailer. We do, however, need this. We do need a seeder. We're gonna have to have. So we got a seeder that can plant corn and stuff now. We know that based on the other pack. So in this pack, this does all your grains. So we got to have a grain seeder. And then Obviously, the tractor, you automatically need to have a weight. And then seed, of course. All right, so let's go back. So remember I told you, look right here to see what you can find. Planters are a special type of seeders that are used for crops. All right, so this does, look at there. It's used, it's 58%, it's only 22,000. All right, and that's a good price for that. And we got to have a specific seeder for that. So it's on sale. It's got to have a tractor that does 150 horsepower, which is no problem, as long as you stay at the other one. It holds 595 liters, 31 months old, has a 6 meter wide seed. So yeah, so I mean, granted, it's used, but okay, yeah, we're gonna buy it. Blink. Okay, so now we're on 983. All right, so now this is for silage. We're not gonna worry about that. This is for fertilizer spreading. What size is this one? How many liter? How many does it hold? It holds 15,600. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. So you can put the big wide ones on it, but that's $8 grand. And that. Now the wheel. This is fertilizer. So fertilizer, we don't have to worry about crushing crops because we're fertilizing after we've cultivated or plowed a field. Kind of extensions. Oh, that's an extension with a lid on it. That increased it to 18.5. So if I take that off, so that increases by 900. No, more than that. Oh yeah, 29. 2950 to be exact. 2950 liters and a cover. 2500. So that puts the price with the options at 42,453. Yep, we're gonna have to have fertilizer. Now I'll show you. Well, we can make that money back, and I'll show you why. Stone picker. That's really cheap for that. Half off. I want to maximize, but we can sell the stone. Okay, so now we got a truck, a lizard. We got a truck, stone picker, planter, and fertilizer. Now with the truck, I can haul some of this stuff. Like I can haul this stone picker, I can haul this back in the truck because it's got hitches. All right, so that's everything. It's on sale. So tractor. Let's go back here. And what was it? Sugar beet, right? Yep. So it's Massey Ferguson. Let's take a look at her. All right, so it's got good white tires. But I like that it's already got that on there. All right, so we gotta look at the price because we need the engine setup. All right, so the engine setup right now is set up for 225, 40, 260, 280. So 280 is the highest. That adds an additional 27,500. So let's look at that. So that's 227. All right, and that's for that. All right, so let's go back. That's kind of what you have to do. You gotta have to, okay, I want to shop around type thing. So go up here. So it's like, all right, large tractors. Do we need a large tractor? I don't know. What size is it? 296 to 415, 208,000. This one that we looked at here, I wrote it down and I didn't. when we maxed out the engine. Okay, so that is 280 horsepower at 227. All right, so that's kind of what you have to do, kind of go back and forth to see what can I get for best value. So that's 280,000. We were at 227. Let's kind of scroll through, see what we see out of the top line here for big ones. Whoa, right here, 217, 375 horsepower. This right here, 925 liters of fuel, manual shift. But this right here is 10 grand less, but considerably higher. But we got, so twin wheels. Do we want twin wheels? Do we have to have twin? No. Twin, narrow twin, twin, wide. Okay, so twin's the only option. So this, so wide tire. All right, so front weight. Okay, so the front weight. It actually has weights that you got to add to it. Ah. GPS. Wow. 15 grand for GPS. Now we're at 232. Okay, so let's go back. See what else we can find. Getting up in the half mil, 400,000. All right, so let's go back and let's go into medium tractors. There's that Massey Ferguson we were looking at. That one, you notice it is 170 horsepower only. So we're wanting to find right here where it shows a range like this. Okay, so that's 246. That's 200. That's only 170, 175, 220, 90, 90, 40, 225, 295. That has some potential. It's 205 to 295. This one goes from 225 to 280. That's at Massey Ferguson we were looking at earlier, I believe. This one goes to 325. It's 235, 247. That one, see, we're in 220 range now. Right, so let's go back. That one, I think it was. This one. All right, let's look at this Klaus. All right, let's see what we can do with this. So it already has the hitch for the front. So what we're looking for is so I can add, if I wanted to add an additional spreader for fertilizer or a tank for feeding the cedar, anything like that. Or I can hook on a counterweight. So it's already there. Here's a US design. Oh, that's wild. US design, EU design. Interesting. All right, wheel setup. Now, again, you got to keep in mind, while wide tires are great, but if you're going to be doing anything that can cause crops, you want to kind of think about maybe going to, there's wheel weights, there's wide tires weights, wide tires. All right, so now there's your third twin. I don't want twins, but now I've got narrow tires. Narrow tires are less likely to crush crops. That's only that. All right, so design, no big there. Yeah, ain't worried about that. All right, so engine setup, we're currently at 205, 215, 35. Let's go ahead and max it out. Let's see what the cost is. 231. That's to get it up to 295 horsepower. And this is what we had to work with, 925. And that's why, again, let's play around with it. So that's 185. This one go to 225. I'd like to find one that I can bump up 220, 246, 100. Let's check out this 246. I always love how it always shows my license plate. Okay, so standard. Now I want narrow tires. All right, I do need the Quickie, which is the brand of the front loader, because we'll need it for hauling pallets or bales or whatever. Engine setup. So we're at 150. That boom. Okay, so 212 gets me to 246. 15,000 to add the GPS. Now we're at 227 for 246 horsepower with GPS. And that is the price for 280 on that Massey. What Massey was that? 77? No. I think it was a 7720. Yep. But I didn't add GPS. Because that right there puts it to that. We bump that back to that. Now we're at 242. 3. 244.5. But we're at 280. 206 kilowatts. This has to do also with your implements that you hook to it. An hour, 7.6 ton. So it's 244. Again, this will be your workhorse. Keep that in mind. This will be your workhorse. All right, so that was 280 with GPS and the narrow tires, front loader. Let's get 244.5. All right. And that's kind of how you have to do this when you're setting it up, because I mean you only have limited money. You don't have unlimited. All right, so I gets me to 280. This one get me to 295. Blouse. So let's go back to it. I don't want twin, I just want narrow. This one I cannot, so you notice I don't have the option to hook up the front end loader. Which that's kind of a down. I hate that because I really need the front end loader attachment. So that's kind of a killer on that. Because if I got this, then I would have to get another vehicle or with a front end loader, whether it's a forklift or something of that nature, to move pallets of seed, fertilizer, and product. So we can actually, they have forklifts on here, believe it or not. They got front loaders. They actually have a front loader, 50,000, 30,000. Without the attachment. You gotta buy the attachment. So I mean, there is that option. That's another 30,000. I mean, versus getting a tractor and pay 1,000 for the attachment. Forklift. You might as well buy a front end loader or front loader. It's the same price. So let's go back to the tractors. Go back to medium tractors. It's 200, 246. Don't have a front loader. Yes, it does. Front loader, narrow tires, maxi engine. Yes. 227. narrow tires. That's actually cheaper than that other one. I mean, granted, we can only go 246, but I think for right now, then we can watch one that comes on sale. But this allows me, it's got all my hookups, hook anything and everything to it. Put that on there. Brand, Driller, Michelin. Nah. So yeah, you can change the tire brand. Okay, so I think that's what we're going to do. 227. It'll haul and do everything we need to do. Back. So that takes care of the tractor. The tractor we're going to be able to use for cultivating, for pulling trailers, for everything. Alright, so we're done with tractors. The nice thing about this, you can always go back to here to see what you need. Okay, so now I need to buy I need to get the sugar beet popper, or what they call halm. Hoping I'm pronouncing it right. And then the this here, so that's another 100-something thousand, unless we can find a cheaper version. So let's go back to here. We want to look for, there's potato technology, beet technology. Here we go. All right, so this machine can harvest indicated crop types. Sugar beets. What? Joke. All right, so where was that other one that was at potato technology? Yeah, no. Okay, so am I missing something here? Harvesters. There we go. Maybe it's in here. I'm not seeing it there. Now this one will harvest all the grains plus corn and sunflower seeds and soybean. That takes all of those. Only 75,000. It'll hold 4,900 liters. This one will hold 8,500, so it's twice as much. So if you double that, that's 150. We're getting a bargain, but thinking this might be the better. With this standard. Oh, it's not that. Yes, 90,000. Can't change the tires. That's not a bad price. Now the headers we'll have to buy. We'll have to buy two different headers. One for the grain, one for the corn. I'll take it's down to 600. We'll have to empty it more. But if we buy an adequate trailer, back. Oh. Trying to see if there's something else in here for that. Nope, there's not. Let's see here. Okay, so why is that not showing up? Harvester forage. Not forage harvester. Interesting. Telehand? What the heck is a telehand? Use a stack and load various goods. Ah, okay. Never heard it called that. Animals. This is for all your silage work, if you want to do silage, which we might get into that. Okay, so why is this showing all this when I showed... Herbs are only 950. So let's go back to this. This might be the only way to get it. Yeah, see, it's showing that for 24,000. Yeah. Maybe it's only through here that you get to do that. All right. have it because we're gonna do sugar beets. Gotta have this. Oh, that's why it's a trailer. You pull it behind your tractor. That's why I couldn't find it. So now it makes me wonder. So it's a trailer. Let's see here. Here we go. All right. Beet technology. That's why I couldn't find it. There's that for 24. Okay, so here's this. That's what you need for harvest, and that's the only one. Headers are attached to the harvester. Okay, those are actual headers to a harvester. With that, and that is this harvester digs the sugar beets out of the ground. Note that the hauling company needed prior to using this machine. Okay, so that is the only option. So boop and boop. All right, so that takes care of that. We're down to 481,000. All right, so let's take a look at what we got. So we got one tractor. We're gonna have to find a smaller tractor to buy to pull a trailer. We got our harvester, so we need to buy headers. So let's go here. We need a. So this here will take care of all these grains. That's sunflower only. That's all the other grains. That's all the other grains. Getting expensive. So I don't see anything cheaper. So we're gonna just take this one. 25,000. Buy that. Yes, thank you. Thank you. All right. So now we gotta go over to corn. Here's a corn Ziegler. 2.4 meter. 6 meter. It's 53. So we're just gonna go with this one for now. We can always sell it and upgrade. All right, so now we got those. So now we got our headers. Let's go back. Oh, no. We don't want to. All right, so we got tractor, we got a harvester, we got seed header or grain header, we got a corn header, we got our beet crop topper, we've got our beet harvester, beet technology. So both of them here. Okay. That we got to deal with picking up the stone. We got a planter that plants everything but the crop. So we got to have a planter for seed. Got a fertilizer. So let's go back to trailers. We want to go to planters. Planter seeders. Here we go. So this one here, 33,500. It's a 3 meter swath. That's just an extra tank. Carry more seed. All right, we're just gonna go with this. Marstrom. That'll take care of our seeding for our grain. And if you notice, when we click on it here, boom, there's the rest of the stuff. Okay, so buy. Yes. Okay. Now we're left with 400,000. All right, so let's go back to the garage. So now we got a seeder. This is a planter. Now, a planter is different than a seeder. You need a planter for doing sugar beets, cotton, soybean, sunflower, and corn. So we got that. Again, it's crop specific. So now all that. Okay, so now let's go back to the trailers. We need to go up here to this trailer. All right. And like I was telling you earlier, that trailer sucks. And when you, because it's like this is actually a dolly, the way it acts. It's not like a regular trailer, like a boat trailer or something that you pull, and it makes it kind of, yeah. There. Crampo for all your dumping needs. So this will haul all this, including stone. so technically, that one trailer. Okay, so will this do the same? A lot less price. Yes, it will. I can do. No, I can't. Yeah, I can. All right, so this holds anywhere from 12.6 to 22.5 cubic meters. This holds 12.1 cubic meters. So that holds less, but costs more. This holds more. Well, I'd say that. All right, so yeah, it's either black or green. Okay. So extensions. Oh, that's for like the top. So I can add. So there's that. 2,500 for that standard. So this increases to 22.5. Or I can take it off and have 12.6. Hmm. 22.5. That's not bad. 3 wide tires? No. Standard. Okay, so standard. That's all we want. Now this is a fixed chassis, so when you're turning, it's a lot easier to pull. Now it doesn't have a top to cover, but you know. So it's 20,000. So that's not bad price. And this again does everything we need to do. Boop, boop. All right. Now we got that. All right. So let's go back here. Oh, we gotta get one more tractor. And there's a reason why. I'll tell you why. I don't think there's any tractors in here. Oh, now there's a Scorpion in here for sale. Ah, there's a telehandler. See, so you gotta check it periodically. So I'm not gonna buy it because I got the. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Okay. All right, so we gotta find us another tractor. Excuse me, but let's see if I can find one of these. John Deere for 99.5, Massey for 97. It's 170, but here's the thing: I only need it for various things, primarily for hauling. I got the tractor, so if gotta have one to pull. So we're down to 383. There's this one for 120. I can take it up 200 horsepower. That's going to get it up there. That one will go 170. 71. Wow, that's a lot to go from that to that for 1 horsepower. Nine. Let's take a look at the small ones. And what's the max I can do? Oh, that's cool. It's on that thing. That's kind of cool. Furia. It goes up to 142. So then we're getting up here at 175. 35. It's a case. International. HI case. It goes to 175. That one go to 205. We may have to wait a bit and periodically check this for one on sale. Alright, so now we got to get our equipment. Get it all hauled back here. Plus, I gotta have somewhere. See, this doesn't. I kind of. I got this house and I can't use it. Not good. Construction. Decoration and back. Okay, see, it does say I have a house. So why can't I? See, I got all these buildings. value. 0, it's decoration. Poof, it's gone. Yeah, it's decoration, can't use it. Alright. This is gonna change things a little bit. Oops. Guess we gotta have somewhere to live, you know? So we're gonna live in a trailer. We're just gonna live in a trailer. Poof. Just like that, we got a house. We got somewhere to call home. Alright. And then we gotta have a silo. We gotta have somewhere to store product. Production, decoration, animal pens, building. Yeah, we gotta have a silo. So I'm thinking what's this? Constant sculpting. This is change brush strength. I kind of need to level that out, but I can work with it, you know? I don't really want to do that. Alright, so let's go back here to buildings and silos. Ooh, 1.2 million, yeah. That's for siloing stuff. Okay, so that is 980,000 liters. Silo uses to store your crops. You also need an auger or conveyor for this silo. Or we can just go this route. Alright, that's 400,000. That's 500,000. That's 800,000. It is complete. It has everything that we need. We can actually put that bad boy right there. Alright, so we're at 150. Okay, I want to go down. Still 147, 49, 49. Yeah. It's just not going to do it, is it? Oh, it's because it's on. I see why. That's alright. Turn it just a little bit. Back it up just a little. Alright. Now that took a chunk out of our cash, but that's okay. One thing you want to do is this, because what's that? Barn value for? Okay, so it is, so I can use it. Okay, so that's great. We can use the barn. We can't use that. That we can use, and that's great. So we are going to do this because these are awesome. Because for one, you can sell the honey, but it also increases the yield of crops. It's 10 Langsworths, the tinner. What you got to do is you put them close to your fields. We own this one. Alright. I'm actually... Let's talk about it. Alright, so we're gonna put it right there. Now you gotta have a place for honey, for all your honey to stack up. And we're gonna put that right. Maybe, what is it, 200? It overlaps, sorry, it overlaps. And that was the reason why I need a front end loader. We're down to 200,000. So I think we're gonna stop right there for the moment. So we can get some crops harvested, get some planting done, kind of figure out what we want. Gotta get all our equipment back here. Alright, so now, oh, wait a minute. Wait. There is one other thing we gotta have. Tools. We gotta have... That's very important so that we get our weather. Too bad you can't put it on the house. But hey, that's right. This is so that we can get our weather reports. Alright. So you have your own weather station. And then later we can add, you know, a garage, fuel. You know, there's a lot of other stuff we can add. But right now, she's working away. So now we can go here. We can go here. Boop, and now we get our weather. Wind speed, direction, temperatures, when it's rain, the whole 9 yards. Alright. So now, let's see. We're gonna pull the truck. They don't have a little carport, but we will. Alright, now all we gotta do is hit the tab buttons. Alright, so here's track. Oh, you know what I didn't get? You know what I forgot? Something very important. Counterweights. I don't remember where that's at. Oh, here we go. 50, 650, 600 grams, 6 to 12. Good. Okay. Because we got to have a counterweight. So here's all our equipment. Question is, where did it put? Oh, there it is. I see it now. I see it. I just don't know which way it put it. You gotta go up till the light comes at the bottom. Nope. Yeehaw! Come on. Light up. Let me guess, it's probably backwards. That'd be about my guess. Yeah, it is. That's just depressing. No. Well, it's just not gonna let me get it, is it? All right. We'll get the trailer. Come on. Bing. There we go. Alright, so I hate backing trailers up, so we're not even gonna attempt that. Now then, let's see here. Oh, don't. Zoom out a little bit so I can see where I'm going. Again, you can turn off the NPC traffic, because if they can cause issues. I think they fixed them all, but I'm not 100% sure. There goes the train. You can rent that train, by the way. Oh, timed that just right. And this is my road. This is my road. And only my road. Alright, we don't have anything planted in this right now, so I'm just gonna drive through it. Yeehaw! Got plenty of place to park stuff. We're gonna put it right here. Drop that right there. Alright, I need to take a quick break, guys. I gotta grab me something to drink, run to the bathroom, then I'll be right back. Okay, we are back. So we brought our trailer, drop it off. We got plenty of room to put all of our equipment. And at least this property is a straight shot from the where you buy all your product, or you buy your machinery, and where you can get your repairs done as well. I cut corners. Park and ride the train. Okay, now let's stop right here, back up a little bit. All right, so right here, now these are already, you could buy the establishments or you can build establishments. So let's go to the map real quick. So we are sitting right here. This is a great processing unit. All right, right here is debris crusher. Right here is an oil mill. So like your sunflowers, canolas, olive, whatever you to turn into oil. This is your lime station. This is a grain pool east. This is grain pool east. This is where you pick up grain or drop off grain. You can rent a train to haul your, if you got a lot of grain or whatever that you need to move to the other end of the map. And that's Goldcrest Valley, where you can sell product. Up here again, this is the shop. This is where all our equipment's at right now. Vehicle shop. This here is a bakery. So like if you wanted to make breads, cakes, things like that, you can do that. Here's another biogas plant and a biomethane station. So if you have a bio fuel vehicle, you can also sell things that make biofuel. Sorry about the little hesitation there. I'm not sure what caused that. Must have dropped some frame rate a little bit. Sometimes it does that. There's your oil plant. And then on your left, here's all our lovely equipment. All right. Oh, there we go. Back up. See, there we go. Boink. Just like that. There it is. Okay, so now this is our grains. This is our seeder for grains. So seeding that. Cute. And then what I'm going to do is go right over here. Oops. Right here. All right. I want seed. Here, I'll buy that. Believe it or not, that will go a long way. All right, so now our seed is where? Where'd I put the seed? Where's the seed? Okay. Oh, there it is. I was gonna say, oh, it glitched and fell through, but no, it didn't. So I'm gonna back up. I'm hoping I can back up to it and load it. Yep. And then fill it up. All right, so it's filled. So I don't need it. So I need to close the cover, point like that. All right. Now I'll zoom in here. You can see right there on the side, right underneath the word, the FEND, F-E-N-D-T, right underneath that, you'll see you can see the attachment. That's for the front loader, which we will need to get in just a bit. right now. We'll get it in a minute. All right, so back we go. Now, I'll show you a little trick. We're going to park right here. Now, I just switched vehicles. I switched to my harvester. Back it up, back it up, back it up. All right. So now we're going to go over here. Now, when you're doing it by yourself, you're playing solo, what you can do. All right, so we're gonna just leave him right here. All right, we're gonna jump out, run over here. Hopefully, don't get run over. Getting that one. Now, I'm gonna go back to the map, and we're gonna go here. This is the steering wheel. This is where you can hire a worker. So I'm going to click on here, and then I'm going to click set destination, and you'll learn this if you've never played this before. If you do the easy mode, it'll teach you how to do this. Okay. So all right, so let's zoom in here. I'm just going to have him park it. There's our silo. You know what? I'm just gonna, this field didn't have anything in it, so I'm just gonna have him park it right here. So you click once, and now you can make him face it whatever direction. Just gonna go ahead and do that. Now, if we'll move back up here, you'll see it's moving. So now you just hired a guy, and there he is. Now you obviously can go a lot faster than the harvesters, so. But you just hired a worker to haul that thing to the farm. Now, obviously, if you're working in co-op, you know, you have your buddy or spouse or significant other or, you know, whatever. They can do it. And so we own all this right here, all that land to the left there. So we're going to be able to put stuff there, such as, you know, when we get to the point we can put chicken coops, we can put cattle pens or whatever. Oh, one other thing, because this is, I just noticed, is set. All right, we're gonna drop that right there. All right, so in this game, so what you do is you go down here to the tractor with the gear. All right, so this is your in-game saving. I can pause it right now. Now you notice time scale. So I'm gonna back this down to real time. When you're doing things like you're doing, you don't want to waste time. You want to maximize your time, but it's real time now. If you want to speed up between days and stuff, you can also set that. So your season growth, yes, you want it on. Traffic. Again, like I told you, you could turn it on and off. Saving intervals, I've got mine just set defaults to 15 minutes. I just left it at that. Seasonal growth, this turns on a growth calendar that adheres to the seasons and the withering of the plants. Planting is only possible when the crop can reach maturity. So I recommend leaving it at yes if you want to play around with it, whatever. Days per month. Right now, it's only 1 day per month. I'm actually going to set this to 3. For me, I found that, you know, hey, 3 days, when we get to it, I'll show you, because not only are you planting, once you've planted your crops or harvest your crops and you're waiting for the next deal, you can actually go in and do jobs, contracts. Space, you can hit right there. You can save it for yourself. Right here where this little emblem is, right here below the cow. So right now, if I had a plow, I could make $4,253 by going and plowing this guy's field for him. It's 4.5 acres. If you own the equipment, again, you own the equipment, you can, granted, you gotta, I mean, we've bought a lot of equipment, so it's gonna take a while to start making a profit. But this is how you work towards making, you know, because you can have downtime between crops, between whatever you do on your own fields. So pick up contracts to make money back. that keeps you running at a profit instead of losing money. But we'll get to that in just a bit. So we're gonna go back. Game's paused. So go back here, go back to the tractor, scroll back up, continue. All right. And then you hit escape or click back, whatever you want. So we drop that off. Now we're heading out. We're gonna go back, pick up. Oh, wait a minute. So I need to drop off this. I'm just gonna drop it right there. Because I need to pick up a front loader. And the reason why is this right here. Because enough time has passed. We already have 39 kilograms, 13 liters of honey that we can sell. That crowd's doing good. Oh, here he comes. Here he comes. Okay. So what I'm going to do, come on. Okay. So I'm going to let him get over here and park and get out. And that way you guys can see. You can stop right there. You'll see a thing up at the right there. It says AI worker A has completed their task, which is awesome. All right, and then it'll pop up and it'll tell you how much. Okay, so I'm actually going to set this right here. Actually, I want to back it up. I actually want to put, because I'm going to put both the headers over here. We're going to drop the header. Pick it up. Now there's nothing planted in here, so we ain't got to worry about, you know. And again, I'll show you here real quick. Let me get this set up here so that I can have him bring it back. So you can actually go back in here and you can actually turn. So it's right here. Crop destruction. Whether or not vehicles destroy crops when you drive over them. Okay, I turn it off. But you can turn anything on and off. Periodic plowing and turn on and off. Field stones. Lime required. Weeds. Vehicle control. Dirt. Normal. Or whatever, you know. Speed at which your machinery becomes dirty. I mean, they're literally fuel usage normal. You can set it to whatever you want. You can actually set your workers. Okay, what do you want them to do? If they need fuel, they can buy it. You want them to buy it. Seeds, you want them to fertilizer, slurry, manure. You can have your AI workers go buy the stuff for you. Trailer fill limit. Trailers can only be filled until the max allowed weight is reached. Not sure just how much of a deal that is. I've not used it, so it's defaulted to off, so I'm gonna just leave it for right at the moment. So we'll hop out, we'll get back over here, we're gonna go pick up some more equipment, and then we'll have him come too. Oop, I think I just found a hydrant or something. Oh, what's this? Looky what we found. Ta-da! You found a pig. There are 7 more pigs to be found. So let's go look at that. Is there a place to show? Inquiring minds want to know. Oh, this is where you can set your general settings. Help window, colorblind, interactive zone markers, info triggers. You can set your units to whether, you know, whether you're in the US or if you're on some sort of other denomination. It does pounds, euros, or dollars. Measurements is in miles or kilometers. Temperature, Fahrenheit or Celsius, obviously. Area unit, acres or hectares. Here in the US, we use acres. Because I'm streaming and I make videos, I have the radio off, but you can actually turn this on. Radio range vehicle only, so that's where the radio can be played. Excuse me. You can, you know, your vehicle cameras, your input controls. You can, I mean, again, there is so much you can do to set it up how you want to play. This is obviously this is the default. I haven't made any kind of changes to it, but obviously you can make changes to it. You can set the action. Then it has a helpful guide. This is your help guide, and it's pretty. You know, there's a lot in here. I'm really curious though about the collections, the collectibles. Collectibles collected 4 out of 100. Wow. Okay, it's cool though. I have, but I don't see where you can see your collection. So got the funk music going on. Excuse me. All right, give me just a second, guys. Okay, let's see here. So we got to move up, and the reason why you want to move away a little bit, get away from it, is so there's some distance between you and that. So when you go to the map, boop, like this, and we're going to go up here to the steering wheel. We're going to go back here. See, now there's some distance, so it's like, oh, okay, so I want this one, and I'm going to set the destination to go back to where our stuff is at. Where is our stuff? Our stuff is go up, take a right. So I'm just gonna have I think this is it. You know what? I tell you what, let's back out of that. Oh yeah, okay, that's the right place, and it's all sitting right there. So I'm gonna have him park right there. All right, so I'm gonna have here set destination, and I want him to park right here, and I want him to face that way. And then you'll see, yep, it starts to move. You can look back. Oh, here it comes. He'll find his way back up here, and then we'll hook up the other header to it, and then have him bring it back, and then that'll be done, because we've only got the one tractor for right now. Uh-oh. Did he get caught by the train? Yep. He gets stuck behind the train. Which I think is kind of cool, you know. You drive there, ding, 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 ding. Here comes the train. Although I've never had heard it do a horn. That would be cool if it did when I was going through, you know. All right. Yeah, they don't stop. See that? You gotta watch for them. All right, so what I need to do is I'm gonna stop. I need to go, actually I'm gonna go right here, stop. And I need to get, I'm gonna go here. Front loaders, the quickie, it's 7,000. I think that's the cheapest, yeah. We're just gonna leave it. So I think it charges, oh, 50 bucks. Back. Back, back, back. It's green. We want it black. Or green. One of the two. Nah, black. I'm just going to leave it black. Main color, design color. So the main color is black. Design color. See, like we can change it to like Darts green, olive green, John Deere green, Fent green. There we go. 50 bucks. I want to default it. All right. Okay. Then I gotta buy. Where is it at? Front loaders. And I need this fork right there. Buy that. Yes, yes. Okay. Back and back and back. All right. So now we're gonna swing around because you'll see they're both right there. Oh look, he showed up. So now there is a little bit of skill. Now again, I'm using the keyboard. If you're using the controller, which you can, you know, that's fine. And I'm on PC. I don't know if you guys noticed that in the description, but I am playing on PC. You can get this on console. We're gonna hook up the fork. All right, so there is a little bit of, because I'm not using a controller, I'm using keyboard and mouse. So what you have to do is, so to raise it, you right click, hold down a right click, and you can, oh no, left click, excuse me. Left click up and down, raises and lowers. Left click held down, left or right. As you can see, it lowers or raises the forks. And then you let up and you're good. So we're going to pick up this bag of seeds so that it's there. We're going to zoom in so we can see what we're doing here. And I want to lower. And you gotta kind of have to, all right. We're gonna turn it just a little, and that should slide us under, but it's not, so that means we're not quite under it. So we need to lower that, lower that. There we go. Now we're going to raise that and that like that so it doesn't fall down. It'll slide down on its own. And then we're going to raise this up a little bit so that we're not dragging the ground. Alright, so now, not only can we pick up that, we can also pick up this. So this is my counterweight. So I'm gonna go over here. There's my, that's my other seeder. Let's zoom back out. Pick that bad boy up. Alright, we're good. So let's jump over here and get our harvester, hook up the corn header to it. Come on, there we go. Now you notice I've just used the basic colors. Now you want to, you can, as you saw, I mean, you can set all your equipment, you know, which ones will let you to, like, say you want to have a color scheme. All your equipment you want black or blue or green, whatever. Then you can do that. All right, so we're just gonna park camp right there. All right, and see, it even says Zicorn champion. All right, so I want to check because I did save. It has been a little bit. I want to see if we got anything on sale. Headers attached to forage harvesters. We're not doing foraging. That's mixer for foraging. So no, not really anything on sale that we want. So we're out. I'm gonna go right here. Hit the brakes. We want to have the harvester. Set the destination again. I'm gonna have him just park in this empty field. Boop, like that. And like, see if you go here, see, he's gonna pull up right behind me. He'd be like, something, see, it says AI worker I is blocked by an object. Yeah, that object was me. You coming? Yep. Oop, almost missed my turn. Whoa, and almost lost my seed. Not cool. There we go. So seed is seed. So not only with this seed feed, I loaded, you know, filled up my regular seed for grain. This will also load this seeder as well for sunflower, corn, soybean, cotton. So seed is seed. So there's not any specific one you have to buy when planting. But you do have to have specific planters for crops. All right, so I want to put ooh, I don't think that's wide enough to drive in there. Nope, it's not. Not like that anyway. Now a trailer I can get into there, but the tractor will, but the cedar seed, or not cedar tree, but cedar. All right, so we're gonna go right here, and then we're gonna back up. I'm just gonna drop this right here. All right, now so it says, if you notice, it says the cedar was the last thing I hooked up. That's usually what it'll leave. But if you're ever not sure, you can always hit G, and that'll switch to what you want. You switch your deal. All right, so I'm going to drop the cedar. Now, see, if you noticed, it dropped that. So I selected the wrong one. There we go. So now I have the cedar because it's selected. I'm gonna drop it. Doink. And then the seed, I think I'm just gonna set the seed right over here. Yeah. I'm just gonna drop it right here. So again, we gotta go down, we gotta go this way, boop, like that. And back up from under it, and then put that back up, fork back up. Now we can, gotta find a place to set this for now. I want to keep it where I can easily grab it, so I'm just gonna set it well. I said I was gonna set it. Excuse me. So yeah, it takes a little practice if you're using a keyboard. All right, so now let me see what it drops. There we go. Because you gotta be careful, because if you're not careful, you'll actually drop the fork and not the front end and fork. So now we can pick up our weight. And, oh, apparently he's stuck. I don't know. I don't know what his issue is. But that's definitely not where I told him to park. He's still in it. Well, he just parked it where he wanted to, I guess. Oh yeah, look, he ran over his sign. He's like, yep, I'm done bailing. The police are gonna come get me. So I'm gonna have to finish out. Now, we'll have to look to see what crops are ready to be harvested here in just a minute. That's the reason why I set mine to 3 days. That gives you time to get your crops harvested, do any kind of plowing you need to do on your own property. Then you can also turn right around and then do other contracts. Of course, the setup is always, takes the longest. You gotta get all your equipment to your, whichever property you bought. Back up. Drop that header off, because corn's not ready. But I do know wheat is ready. Oops. Too far to the right. There we go. And this thing, by the way, if you've never driven one of these, it steers from the rear end. So the steering is a little weird. Alright, so I am going to just park this bad boy, because that's the field right here. We're going to need to harvest first. Or let's park it right here. That way it's ready to go, because this is our wheat and it's ready to harvest, and it's plus 88%, which is awesome. Now, if you forget where you park, you can always just hit tab and tab until you find where you were. That's the nice thing about it. You can just tab two different vehicles. You don't have to get out and run unless you want to. Whoa, schmack. See what happens. Crazy driver, sorry. It's only my first day driving. Now, another cool feature is you can actually toggle in the horn. It's kind of, yeah. But you can actually toggle a cruise control, which is pretty cool. I can just let out and hit 3, and then, because that's the default, you can set it to whatever you want. But you can set the cruise control, and then you don't have to keep pushing the W. All right. We got that. The rest of this is going to take a little bit because we only got one tractor. At least, hopefully, maybe soon there'll be a tractor, used tractor for sale. Then we can get a second tractor. Kind of take the load off a little bit. All right. Now for this. So this will haul stone, and it'll also hold, fertilizer. So I know I'm gonna have to line. Yeah, because there was a farm or a field that said I was gonna need that it needs lime. So I'm gonna go ahead and buy it. It's $450 for a big one. So I'm just gonna buy one. And if you notice, it's right there. So all I gotta do is, yeah, see, it opened up right away. I'm close enough. All I gotta do is now, and it's just refill. You should take the whole pallet. Boom, it did. Then the lid closes. Now I'm about to show you something really cool. You see, I don't need the front end loader for this. Because when I get back to my property, I can actually pull up to where I want to drop it and hit unload, and that pallet will be, it'll unload that. Which is kind of cool. Yeah, multitask. Phrase I always heard when I started working many years ago. The phrase was, and I think it's still said now, it's work smarter, not harder. That field's ready to be done too. Now I can't remember. Let me jump out and look. No, it's already fertilized. It's at 50%, so we're good there. So we'll pull this over here. I'm kind of liking this corner plot because it's definitely plenty of room to park equipment. And kind of like, you know, make little sections on. All right, so that's already loaded, but let me show you this. Let's say that, let me back this up. And then I'm gonna pull over here, and let's just say, now you have to use the front end loader if it, depending on where it plops it. But let's say, because it's just, I'm gonna say unload. Point. Can't unload there. All right, unload. There we go. Where'd it put it? Where'd it put it? And that, oh, there it is, right there. That's why I say you never know where it's. I don't know why. It just throws it somewhere instead of just putting it right next to, you know. Yeah, I want it right there. Yeah, no, it just throws it. So if you want it somewhere else, you're gonna have to move it. But you know, that's all right. We'll pull him, put him right there. Drop the trailer off. Back to the shop to go pick up another piece. We'll eventually get it all down here. Then we can get busy. Yeehaw. Again, getting this setup done, that takes the longest, getting all your equipment there. And again, unless you're playing with some friends, and then of course the more hands, the faster it's going to go. If you're working by yourself, you got couple of tractors, then you can have an AI worker haul stuff for you. And you just gotta angle it up. And you just kind of have to get in the general area, and you'll see that it popped up down there at the bottom. You just hit the Q button, boop, just like that. Bob's your uncle. We're hooked, hitched, ready to go. Now we got this at a bargain because this was like 58% off, and I'm all right with that. Now, granted, if I want to sell it, the resale value is going to be significantly lower, but that's okay. Now, the one piece of equipment that we still got to purchase, and I just thought of it, is we got to get a cultivator. I always double check before I hit this corner and cut it, just to make sure there's not a NPC coming down the road, because they will run you off the road. So now how this works, let's see, we can just pull right in here and hit the brakes right there. All right, so now we need to let's see here, we need to lower it. So we hit the V. Well, you notice it's stuck and pulled it out, lowered it, and then we're gonna turn it on. So you notice it's kind of, there you go, see, it's offset. Which is kind of bizarre. All right, so I'm gonna leave it right there. I'm gonna move him out of the way. We're gonna go ahead and pick up the stone. I'm just gonna move him out. I like these nice wide areas right here. All right, I'm gonna turn that back on. Excuse me. All right. Again, it's kind of odd because of the way that this sets, but you know, it's gonna take some practice, because I've actually yeah, I'm just like all over the place. There we go, there we go, there we go. Okay, now we're getting there. Picking up the stone. And you can't turn too tight one way, but the other way it will, which is, I guess, because of the angle. And see, it's getting some of the stone and some of the stone it's not, so I don't know. Now, you don't have to do the stone picking. You can turn the stones off. But it's supposed to, and we'll see here in just a second when we plant. It should give us a boost of yield because we have taken this extra step. And again, we got this thing for 58% off, so we're not out a ton of money on this thing. And we can sell the stone. Again, it's another product to sell that's, I mean, it's already there. We didn't have to plant it. I mean, I guess you kind of have to say we have to harvest it, kind of, because we have to pick it. But I mean, it's basically you're plowing, you know, when you plow and cultivate, it pops up rocks. So why not make some money off of it? And get a boost in yield, on crop yield. Why not? Don't leave money on the table. So we picked up 100 liters of rock. Glad I turned off the rock, the crop crushing. Get this outside, then when you start swinging in and getting the spots we missed. And again, it's, you know, takes a while, but it's not like a huge learning curve. It's like, okay, this steers this way, this is how this pulls, this is the path, the swath, or whatever you're gonna call it, that it'll take when I'm doing this. And then just repeating it is going to speed up what you do. I mean, now we're at 123. Oh, okay, so something else he has. So I can do, I think, on this, let's see. Change cruise, toggle, no, I can't. Okay, so this one doesn't have the GPS option. Now, as far as mods, like I was saying earlier when I first started the stream, there are a lot of mods out there already for Farm Sim. I utilize, there's, you know, the GPS, but I'm a firm believer. I like using some mods. I mean, I don't like using a lot of mods, but I always use a mod that whatever the software company of the game is showing. I don't use off-market, if you want to call it that, or after whatever, because you never know. I mean, that's just me. Unless it's someone that you've done before, you've used before, and you know that they put out good stuff and it's not going to cause, you know, problems for your computer, your game, or whatever, then, you know, then by all means use it. But if you've never dealt with them before, you know, just check into it. Make sure that, you know, it's a reputable company that, you know, okay, they stand by what they do. If there's any problems, they'll fix it, or, you know, you report a bug, they jump on it real quick and get it done for you. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm just all over the place, aren't I? I keep seeing stuff that I've missed, but trying to get this thing angled to get it is, yeah, look at this. It takes a bit of practice with this thing, I guess. I'm so used to everything being straight behind the tractor or right in front of the harvester that, you know, but this is that weird offset that it. And we're up to 146. That's not bad. And it doesn't show up real fast, so it's like, where? Oh, wait, there's one there. You know what I'm saying? 151. I missed one right back here. I think I can get around to it. There we go. All right, so we got that. So that gave us 155. So we want to turn it off. We want to fold it. All right. So now we have raised it, folded it, turned it off. So now we're just going to leave it because, I mean, it's the only thing you use it for is stone. So I'm just going to leave it till, I mean, I'm not going to dump it until, I mean, it's only at 4%. So there's really no reason to. It's because we only use this for after cultivating. I'm actually going to park him right here in this section. All right. So now that field is clean of rock, or for the most part, clean of rock. All right. Let's go back and get our other stuff. Woo-hoo. Cutting the corners, trying to drift it. Let's see. Got the fertilizer, got seed. Oh, cultivator. We gotta buy a cultivator. That's the one thing we haven't gotten, and a weeder. Cultivator and weeder. Should be able to get them at a pretty decent price. Alright, let's pull over here. So let's pick up this bad boy. All right. Now let's go in here. Is there anything on sale that we haven't seen before? Go to here. All right, so we need a cultivator. Boom, boom. Now, you know, I mean, you can see here, this is only 2.5 meter, 3 meter, 4 meter, 5 meter, and it kind of goes up, and then you get into the bigger ones. That's still a 5 meter. This is a 5 to 8, depending on how you want to do it. But you got to watch here. All right. You got to watch your kilowatts, because that's how much it takes to operate it. Okay. So that's your hookup, your 3-point hookup. And this is the horsepower you need to have to pull it. So it's 320. So obviously we can't pull it with what we have now. This is a 6 meter. You notice that it's 250, 184 kilowatts. So 250. So I can actually technically pull it, but I don't know that I really want to spend $50,000 right now, because I mean, we only got 186. So let's go back to this one. 225, 5 meter. This will work for now. And then later, I mean, it's still 47. That's still 5 meter. That takes less. Half the price, same width. Let's, okay. Now that's 4. Kind of like to stick, because we do have some wider fields and plus when doing cultivating jobs. Yeah, so we're just going to go that route. If there's any kind of combinations, attachments or anything, it'll show up right here if it has anything like that that's available. Also, to change your colors and stuff, this is where that'll show. Obviously, this is the only color you get. We're going to buy that bad boy. Now we're down to 162. We do need a weeder. Stone, cloud, mulcher, planters, rollers, weeders. Okay, so this one is 6. This one is 9. Needs a 90 horse. But that's not just a weeder. Weeder plugs, but crops. They can only be used in the first growing stage. Additionally, you can seed with this tool. Okay, so this has got a seed. I don't want a seeder. We got a seeder, so we don't need anything that, we don't want a seed. So all these, they can only be used in this tool. Additionally, you can seed with this tool. They can be used to, okay, so this is hose out or small and medium grown weeds. No. Okay, so this is 6 meter wide, 9,500. There's no attachments. And this really does come in handy with, if you do it right after you plant, it'll say weed. That really cuts down on it. And you get an extra boost in the yield. Again, it's all about the yield. Okay, so, all right, so I got our other 2 pieces of equipment. That should take care of all the equipment we need. We have spent a lot of money on equipment today. We're down to 152,000. But hey, takes money to make money, right? We've decided we made a decision to do sugar beets, so here we are. Because again, we can sell the tops. Not only can you sell the cuttings, you can sell the beets. So no train. Ooh, no train. And this will work with the trailer. The trailer, pretty much, we got the trailer. It's pretty much a universal trailer. It picks it up all. All right, so this we need to put. This one is specific to sugar beets only. Oh, hey, back up. Thank you. Okay, we'll drop it right there. I see right now I've got to move this. I'm getting everything too close together in here. Oh, no. Oops. Oopsies. All right. Starting to get a little dark. Let's put a little light on the subject here. Now, the default, at least on PC, is if you have a numerical number key on the right hand side of your keyboard. So your 5 is for lights, 6 is for the backlights, 1 is for left blinker, 2 is for hazards, 3 is for left blinker. Again, that's the default setting. You can set it to however you want. Well, we're about to get all this stuff over there. So what we're going to end up doing is we're going to end up cultivating, basically turning over the potatoes, because we're not going to keep that. We're not going to do potatoes. So there's no sense even, because I mean, the equipment that it takes to buy it's very specific. Am I on the wrong end again? Yep. I on the wrong end of things here. Unless that's one of those you pick. No way. Is it really? It is. Okay. So you hook them both together at the same time. Okay, so we're going to take... We're going to have to drop this. Because this actually hooks on the front. We're learning together. So you hook this on the front, and then you hook the other part on the back, the other beet part. Nice. Okay. So I wonder what I'm going to have to collect that stuff. You know? Another piece of equipment. But hey. Alright. So we can haul two. I could have hauled both those at once, but that's alright. It's definitely front heavy. But hey, we're multitasking, man. We're hauling 2 pieces of equipment back instead of 1. I'm alright with that. So only have to make 1 more trip, so 2 more trips. Woohoo! And at least it's not that far of a trip back from the shop anyway. Hey, UPS, I'm gonna beat you. Ha ha ha. Okay, so let's drop. So I need to pick up I need to place the front. Okay, so I'm actually just gonna drop the weeder. Ooh, got dark quick. Boop. I'm gonna do that. And then because you hook up both at the same time when harvesting, I'm actually going to position it, if I can do this right, I'm actually going to drop this piece right here, because now I can back up, hook to this, and then pull up, hook to this, and then we can go right to work. Outstanding. Alright, I want to make this up. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oop. Alright, we're gonna hook that up, because I'm gonna go ahead and maneuver this into position. for the wheat. Let's scroll out a little more. Zoom out. All right, so he's right there. So I'm not really sure where I'm gonna end up being, so we're just gonna park right here. I'm gonna drop it here. That keeps it close. So we gotta do this field, and then we gotta do the oats field, because it's ready too. So we about to be some harvesting fools here in a minute. Gotta get it off the ground, gotta get it out. Get it in the silos. Now I will be uploading this tonight to my YouTube channel. Probably won't be up until probably Monday. I'll try to get it out tomorrow, but it'll more than likely be Monday before it is up to watch. All right. Last of it. The last of the equipment. Oh, I ran it over. Oh no. I did not. Oh, there it is. Yeah, that happens sometimes, just so you know. It flipped it around. Dagnabbit. $143 what it costs to have him running all those and stuff. So, you know, again, you know, there is a cost to hire an AI worker, but they do come in handy. Just saying. Okay, why is this not lining up? Well, see, I was already on the other side and it said I wasn't. Oh, that's why. That's why it flipped it on its side. Well, nerds. So what you have to do in that case, if you can't get it to hook up, run it over, see if it flips it. Nope. You gotta try to flip it over. There's no way to. There you go. Ooh, yeah. Finagled that right. The other option is you have to save your game, close it, and then reload the game, and then it will set it back up right. That's the only way that I've seen so far. I'm hoping that they come out with a way that you can, because like there's some other sim games that you can actually go to the map, click on it, and tell it to reset. Which comes in very handy, but like I said, right now, to my knowledge, that I have not found anything that other than save your game, go tell it to quit, go back to the main menu, load the game back in, and then it will set it back upright. So, looking at how long I've been streaming, so it's taken 3 hours to find a place, buy the land, buy the equipment, transport the equipment back to the farm, and start working. And that's really, I mean, if you really think about it, that's not bad. I've seen far worse. And again, I'm still a fairly noob at this. Alright, we're gonna drop cultivator right there. Right over here. Turn the backlight on so we can see what the heck we're doing. Doink, like that. Alright. Now, I don't think... Okay, so when you get out, it does turn the lights off. Yay! That's good to know. Alright, so let's back this bad boy up. Okay, we turn the lights on. Now, I didn't purchase it because I don't have the money right now, but on certain ones, so you can see where it says disable straw swath. So you can enable it. So you can make straw. Straw turns into bales. Bales you can sell or use for feed. So right now I can't because I don't have a baler or anything like that. But eventually what because not only can you do that on your own field, when you contract to harvest other fields, and I'm gonna do we'll do that too probably tomorrow. Go through that on what because you can make a straw, and then once you've got all the seed harvested, then you bring your baler in, you bale the straw. So not only are you making money off of the contract, you get a percentage of the crop. Usually it's around, I've been finding, usually it's between 5 and 10% of what's left of the seed, whether it's corn, whatever, you get that. And then if you opted to make straw, then you can bale it. So the straw is pure profit. Again, work smarter, not harder. You got to turn a profit in your business. So there you go. That's why I'm opting to go ahead and keep the sugar beets, because not only am I getting the sugar beets, but I'm also getting the cuttings. So we will work on that one probably tomorrow. All right, so we got to lower it, crank her up. Here we go. Oh, stop. I did not do that, did I? Okay. I forgot to disable it. So now it's just going to start shooting out junk. So now, boys and girls, we are farming. Get this crop, because that's the nice thing. I mean, I got one empty field that didn't have any crops on it, and that's fine. If you notice that, see, it'll pop up. That's not your field. You are not have permission to be there. Eventually, we will have that field. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And I try not to leave anything in the field. I try to get it all. I want it all. And you keep an eye down at the bottom. You notice right next to the speedometer at the bottom there, it tells you what you're harvesting and what capacity you're at as far as the hopper. So right now I'm at 32%. And again, what we looked at on the prices and the peak price time is January to sell. That's the demand, I guess you would say, because I mean there is supply and demand, and so the one thing I did notice, so there's never any kind of price. So apparently they don't use like a futures, you know, because I don't know if you're familiar with stock markets or not, but in the stock markets, so your wheats, your you know, all your farm crops, your cattle, all those things, commodities like that, are sold based on futures. So it's like, okay, so the future market is, well, we project that there will be a good crop yield this year based on forecasted rains or whatever, and we predict the demand will be high. So the demand's high, then the prices could be really, really good, or it depends on the supply. So if you have an overabundance, so there's more supply than demand, obviously the price will drop. If there's more demand than supply, your prices will increase. But I don't think that they have that dynamic or mechanic, I should say, plugged into this, because it doesn't, you know, it just shows peak times. It doesn't have prices or anything like that. Prices, demand, yield demand, so forth. So I don't know if I haven't been able to find anything on that. So, and I know this is just it's a pretty new game. I mean, it just came out not too long ago. But typically that's how that works. So what I may end up doing is, after we've cycled through a year's worth, I'm going to try to keep track of it and create a spreadsheet and just do comparison to what actually, you know, what it says is peak time and what actually is peak time, because there may be a difference. I don't know. We're at 79%. So this little field is probably going to get me somewhere around 85-ish percent. Ooh, I was close. 84. All right. Open that bad boy up. We can turn that off because we're done with that part. And all you gotta do, you don't have to do anything special. You just put out the arm, and then when you pull up your trailer, it will automatically start to unload the hopper into your trailer. Very handy. Very handy indeed. All right. Slide that arm back in place. Now we need to go over here because we got to get the Oats Field. Now this is a lot bigger field, but I'm okay with that. Again, I bought this property, and now this is, you know, hopefully going to be what comes out good. So these are potatoes. So we are going to be turning that in to a different field. So we're not going to be harvesting that. That's another big one. Come on, let's go. So all we gotta do now, we're just gonna run over here to our silo, Now, if you notice, it says loading and unloading, so that's what we like. So you just kind of have to, you know, pull her up till it pops up and tells you to unload. Now, if you look, it says under U up in the upper left-hand corner, it says, and I don't think I can. Yeah, it won't let me look. So up in the upper left-hand corner, it says, you see IRHU213CF. Okay, so if you look under U, to the right of that says tip side back. So you can actually dump it like a dump truck, okay, and that back will open up to dump it. Or if you're in a really narrow spot, you don't want to risk losing anything, you hit U again, then that will only dump out of the grain door. There's a little bitty door in the middle of that big back door. But this is wide enough, we should have no problem. We want to start unloading, we just hit I and just dump that bad boy out. Boop, there we go. All right, so that's in the silo, we're good. So now here we want to check. There's a couple ways of checking. You can just walk up to it, it'll tell you what's in there. Wheat, 4,146 liters. You can also come over here, and if you go up to your market price and look here, it'll tell you what you have. So there's a couple of ways to do that. Weeds. Back to the field. Ooh, that was close. So I'm just going to, I don't know where we're going to come out on this, so I'm just going to leave it right there. Do like this. Lights on. Lower. Turn that bad boy on. And we are going to town, folks. Just like that. And again, I've got the straw swat turned off. You can have it on if you're going to bale, which I eventually will. Right now, I mean, we're down to 152,000, so we need to have operating cash flow. So we gotta get our fields processed, prepped, and stuff, and then we're going to do contracts to make back the money we spent, and hopefully score some extra crop, so that we can buy the necessary equipment to get bales. This is going to produce quite a bit. I didn't even look to see what the yield was. Yield's at 23% where I'm standing right now. So that's 23% more. Did it get it out? Yeah, it did. So I have just been goofing around trying to, I've actually gotten one field at 98%. That was through liming, bees for the honey, rolling, weeding, things like that. Those are all bonuses. And yeah, you want to do that. See, we're already at 20%. I'm curious where we'll be at when we get up here. And I'm gonna say we're gonna be somewhere in the neighborhood of 30%. Yep, 30%. All right, so I'm going to do this. So I need the arm to be on the outside. So I need to position. Crazy NPC drivers, man. You gotta watch them. Again, you can turn it off. I just like the challenge. Easy there, chica. Get back over. All right, come on. Get in there. Okay, there we go. All right, so that should leave me in a good spot. So what I'll do is I'll just open the arm out now. That way it's ready to go. And when we get over to the trailer, it'll unload. And then we'll keep going. Now, if you've got somebody you're playing with in a co-op, they can actually follow you. They can be in the tractor with the trailer running in conjunction with you, and you're constantly feeding the trailer. So, multiple ways to do this. Or if you got 3 people, you can have one following you with the truck for the grain truck. You can have another in a tractor with a baler, you know, and you're running straw. And so, I mean, you can, excuse me, you can really get it down to where you're maximizing your effort and time. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to peel off a little bit over here and then stop. Oh, yeah. Oh, spurt. Okay. Alright, let's do this. It didn't quite position it right, and I don't want to lose it, so let's just pull over. Let's just stop this thing right here. There you go. You better be going in the trailer, not on the ground. And see, it said it was close enough, but yeah, it wasn't. And if you don't want, you know, always pull the arm back in. Don't have to leave it out. It's a personal preference. We in the zone. And you'll find yourself, you know, it's like, oh, I'm just like, bing, bing, bing. I mean, you're not having any issues whatsoever. Or there's times like that. So I hope you guys are enjoying this. I hope it's going to be, you know, help you guys get started and stuff. You know, I'm new at this too. So, you know, you got suggestions, ideas. Don't be afraid to say something. Um, you know, I'm open to, you know, if you know, hey, I tried this and it worked. Oh, okay, I'll try it. And if it works, you know, and it fits into my game style, you know, because everybody plays games different. Eventually, I'm gonna hopefully, you know, I'm gonna have some friends on here too. You know, where we're doing this, playing together in a co-op. Then we really multitask. Because I'm definitely know for the month of August, this is going to be a huge loss because, you know, I mean, we just started, bought the land, bought the equipment, did some buildings. Got the funk music going in the background. There, there. And that's another reason why I said I set my days of the month at 3, because just like right now, okay, if this was just the one day of the month, so I would lose out if I didn't do this right now, and that's why I'm doing it, because sometimes it doesn't, and I think it's this. I know there was an update this morning on the game, so I'm hoping that fixed it, but it wouldn't change it right away. You would have to actually save your game, close it, then open it back up, and reload your game, because if you just set it, say, from 1 to 3, and then went on playing, and then a day go by, and you're in the next month, and then you've lost crops, because now you're out of the harvest season. So yeah, so that's why I'm really trying to get this field done now, get it in the silo, and then I don't lose this crop, because this is how you make some of your money back. When you buy the land, it already has crops planted. Some are and they're in various states. Like I've got a field that's already been plowed or cultivated, but you know, it just needs seeded. I've got the others that are at mid growth, and then a couple that are you know, ready to harvest. So that way I can immediately start making money back on my purchase. Because like I said, the month of August is going to show a huge deficit. Oh yeah, 63. So we'll get this done. We're getting there. We ought to get a lot of oats out of this, though. I mean, it's got a 23% boost yield to it, so... which is nice. I'm gonna go ahead and just, since I'm right here, turn that off. There we go. Get that unloaded real quick. I love the clouds and stuff. I mean, the art department for them has really done an amazing job. I've got mine settings set at medium, graphics medium, at medium, because I stream and because of my internet and everything. I set it at that so that way it doesn't interfere a whole lot with my stream. Pardon me. All right. Trailer getting pretty full. I like it. I like it a lot. Yeehaw. And just an FYI, tomorrow I will have my camera on. Today I just doing the setup and stuff. I'm actually gonna take and chop this stream up into small videos. So yeah, that's my plans with it anyway. This way, I mean, I can cut out audio and stuff. But, you know, gotta do what we gotta do so that we can make the videos. Oh no, 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 no. Oh man. Look at that. Look at that. Wasn't even paying attention. That's what happens when you farm at night, I guess. Lose track. And that's as bright as the lights get on the front. The lights on the back seem brighter than the lights on the front. Just about got this one whipped out. Then what we'll focus on tomorrow is getting these fields plowed, get whatever fields need lime down, then decide on what we're going to plant. Get that put and look at the calendar to see, okay, when does this plant, when does that plant, get that done. And then we'll do some contracts. Kind of start making up some cash. You know, we've had a lot of cash outflow, but very little, no cash inflow at the moment. So we'll do that tomorrow. I'll also go over how you can fast forward the days. You'd think those lights up front would go a lot further than that, but it's either on or off. There are no bright lights. Oh, we're only at 37. We're good. We're good. It does make it tough to know where you're at. That's for sure. Get back over here. Thank you. Thank you. There you go. This is just, I mean, this type of game, it's a very relaxing, chill game. You know? Kick back and farm, and if you're able to do it with your friends, and you know, you're just hanging out with friends, chilling and having a good time. We almost got this. We should be. I shouldn't have to unload again. I think we can get all this in the hopper. I mean, we're at 50% now, and this is all that's left, so should be no problem. $56. It's gonna be close. And see, I can see there's a few weeds in there, which that's gonna, you know, that's gonna cut down the. It was only 23% pushed. That's why I try to weed right after a seed, because that really helps cut down on that. They don't have to put pest, you know, pest herbicides down. And see, just think how much straw I would have got off this field had I been able to, you know, if I had the equipment to bale it. But it is what it is. We did get everything else bought and good to go. I try not to take, you can take loans out. I try not to. I try to keep it, you know, where, and that's where the contracts come in, doing the contracts, you know, because you've got the equipment, you might as well use it and maximize your earning potential off your equipment. I think, yeah, that's it. 68%. Yep. All right. So we have got this field completely harvested. We'll run over here and load up the trailer. Or I guess, you know what? Just stop like that. Why go to the trailer when you can bring the trailer to the harvester? All right, so the trailer's only 24% full, so that's great. So we're at 56.19. It wasn't close enough to. There we go. She's gonna unload real quick. There we go. Pull that back in. All right, so see, this is where it gets hairy because it's dark and this thing does not put out much light. All right, so I know, oh, that's what it was. So I need to, I think that's sorghum. Yes, sorghum. And it's still in the growing and it's at 56 or 60% boosted. Hey, let me in, thank you. All right. So sorghum, let's see, when does sorghum, when's the harvest for sorghum? Sure, okay, sorghum. So it should pop up. It's not ready to, but it's going to be. So that field's going to be harvested really soon. Like real soon. Like I advance it a day and it's probably going to be ready. So I tell you what, I'm just, being as that's the case, I'm just going to leave that bad boy right there. Come on. All right, we're going to go dump this. Now it's going to work out perfect. We'll be done. Where are they? Oh, they're there. I know I got implements laying here somewhere. Now, if you worry that, you know, you can't get your trailer on really square so that you don't risk dumping more product out than what goes in, you can always use, and I'm going to do it this time, I'm going to get the grain door, all right? And here's why. Boom. Because it takes a little longer to unload, but see, it's a lot narrower path. And All right, so now we got oats, and so we can flip over here, go to our price. So we've got 4,146 liters of wheat, and now we have 8,963 liters of oats. Obviously, it's 225 right now, so it's down. That's not good, but again, we're in August. The MAC peak price is here in January, just like the others. All right, guys, so that's where we're at, and hit the pause button here, and we're gonna go ahead and save. That way it saves everything so we don't lose anything. So guys, thanks for hanging out and being a part of this stream today. Again, this video will be put up on YouTube probably Monday or Tuesday before that happens. But I want to thank you guys for being here and being a part of this. Tomorrow we'll be back on again. We'll pick up. We'll move the day up. We'll get that other field done. We'll cultivate, and check and see when we do some planting. Then we're gonna do some contracts and try to see if we can't make our money back. Because right now, as you can see, we're at 1.3 million deficit. But I mean, we bought the property, we bought vehicles, bought some, bought land, bought buildings. So that's kind of how that happens. All right, guys. So thank you, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Everybody have a good night, and as always, stay safe, stay healthy, and smile. See you.